So imagine this. It's Friday night and you're bored. You pull up Expedia and think, why not book a spontaneous trip to North Korea? Yeah, that's not happening. There are no direct flights from the United States, no tourist packages on Groupon, and no five-star hotels waiting to welcome you with free Wi-Fi. But why? Why can't you just fly to North Korea like it's Bali or Paris? Let's break it down. With memes, maps, and the low-key fear of being watched by North Korean agents. Here's the plot twist. You technically can fly to North Korea, just not from the United States, and not unless Kim Jong-un gives your trip a thumbs up. Meet Air Koryo, North Korea's national airline. It has the unique honor of being the only one-star airline in the world. No, seriously. It makes Spirit Airlines look like Emirates. Flight routes? Extremely limited. Beijing to Pyongyang, Shenyang to Pyongyang, and sometimes Vladivostok if you're channeling full Cold War vibes. But don't expect a click book now. Air Koryo doesn't show up on Expedia or Google Flights. You need to go through a North Korea-approved tour agency, usually operating out of China. It's like trying to book a hotel room. But the receptionist is a government official with trust issues. Also, even if you could fly there, you can't just roam around once you land. You're met at the airport by guides. And by guides, I mean government babysitters who make sure you don't sneeze in the direction of a statue. Let's get into the real reason you can't just roll up to Pyongyang like a tourist. If you're American, it's flat out illegal. After the Otto Warmbier tragedy in 2017, the United States State Department banned United States passport holders from traveling to North Korea without special permission. That's government speak for don't even think about it. But even if you're from a country that can visit, you're still heavily restricted. You don't get to choose your hotel. You don't get to walk around alone. You don't even get to take selfies unless a government minder gives you the okay. And, spoiler, they usually don't. Imagine going on vacation and needing permission to blink. North Korea controls tourism the same way it controls everything else, tightly. You only see what they want you to see. You're shown model neighborhoods and perfectly choreographed parades. It's less of a vacation and more of a political theater performance, where you're the confused guest star. And yes, even your hotel room might be bugged. So don't roast the regime, even in whispers, unless you want a complimentary stay in a labor camp. So, what if you just ignore the warnings and go anyway? Well, congrats. You're now an international problem. If you're American and somehow sneak in through China, best case scenario, you have an awkwardly controlled tour where you pretend to be amazed by a cement monument. Worst case, you get detained. North Korea doesn't play around with unauthorized visitors. They've detained tourists for things as small as leaving a Bible in a hotel room or taking a photo of a government building. Imagine going to jail because you took a bad vacation photo. And if things really go south, you could become a pawn in a bigger political game, used as leverage in negotiations with the West. So, not exactly the kind of trip you'll want to post about on Instagram. But here's the deeper reason North Korea doesn't want you flying in control. North Korea's government relies on total control of what people see, hear, and experience. Foreign visitors, especially from democratic countries, are unpredictable. They ask questions, take photos, and know what Wi-Fi is. So allowing tons of tourists to wander freely, yeah, that's not in the regime's playbook. Tourism is allowed, but only in a curated, carefully staged way. It's more propaganda than hospitality. It's like visiting a restaurant where the menu only has one item and the chef is watching you eat. So yeah, technically you can fly to North Korea, but it's not a trip. It's an experience wrapped in barbed wire, censorship, and just a touch of international tension. If you're still curious, go ahead and drop a comment. What's one country you'd risk getting detained just to visit? And while you're at it, hit that like button and subscribe for more history, travel, and stories your textbooks definitely missed.